It's not really that exciting a topic.
No, I think a lot of times people's eyeballs glaze over. We're talking about uh, shipping fees and
Yeah.
payment capture, but this is important.
And it's money.
It is. It's money. We want you to get paid. So
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
talking about manual payment capture.
Yes. So it is a common practice in the credit card payment processing world these days. And I'm sure it's not 100% yet, but it is
Mhm.
the common practice with the large providers such as Stripe, like we use, that you pay when that credit card fee gets charged, you're not getting it back. So if you have a fraudulent order and cancel it, if you look at an order and decide not to fulfill it, if your inventory's off and you can't fulfill it,
Mhm.
and you've used the automatic payment capture where once the order comes in, it gets it's a two-stage thing. It gets oh, what's the first? It's not approved. It's oh, I'm drawing a blank.
Pending.
Oh, how about that? Well, the second part is payment capture.
Under review.
Authorized.
Authorized. Oh yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, yeah.
It gets authorized. That's one step, and you get the little swipe fee, the 30 cents or whatever. And I don't think there's anything else, or maybe a little more. But the bulk of the credit card fees get charged upon capture. And so,
Mm-hmm.
if you use automatic capture, that all happens in one fell swoop, as they say. If and then so if you look at that order and go, turns out I don't have that thing in stock. I can't fulfill that. I have to refund the money and cancel the order. You still pay those fees. And so the way around that, or at least a method, is to use this manual payment capture. And in this way, when an order comes in and Stripe's the payment method, it gets authorized at first, so you know you can get your money, but it doesn't get captured until you manually go into an order and capture that. And I'll show you that in a minute. But this in this way, if you triage an order, turns out you don't have it, it looks like fraud. For whatever reason, you need to cancel the order. You never capture the payment, therefore you never paid the bulk of those credit card fees. You can do that with Stripe. You can do that in PayPal. If you, for some reason, are still using authorized.net, you can do that in authorized.net too. So that's kind of it. The strategy is you save the fee by not paying the fee on orders that you aren't going to capture. As with everything, I won't call this a catch, but there is a warning. You have a limited amount of time to capture that
That's
payment.
what I was gonna ask. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's your gotcha. With Stripe, it is 7 days. And so if you have an order and you neglect to capture that payment manually in 7 days, you're out. You have to go to your customer and try and get them to pay you because they didn't pay yet. And with PayPal, it is 28 days. You have a little more
Wow.
leeway, but don't push it. So just remember that part. And then here's what, let's see. Here is what it look. It's very simple. It's a very simple process to capture the payment. So you'll go into your order, and this is a good thing anyway. So basically, the process is order comes in, you've got manual capture set, it authorizes but does not capture. You triage the order and you go, this Brian Rawlings character looks a little shifty. Maybe I don't want to fulfill this order, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But if you do decide to fulfill it, then you have this. Where'd it go? Maybe I don't have it because it's not actually a payment. But basically, you come into the payment and there's, oh, there it is. So authorized pending capture. So this manual is pending capture. If this is a real site, this is a demo site, then you click a button. It's just that easy. You click the button, simple, simple. It captures the payment. It updates the payments and authorizations with the authorization number, et cetera. It's very simple,
Mm-hmm.
but you have to remember to do it. Versus automatic captures, you never have to remember. You get your money right away. Downside is if you have to refund or cancel an order, you're going to lose some of those credit card fees. It's up to you as a business owner to decide which one's more important. And it's not for everything. You might say, you know what, we're short staffed this weekend. Orders have been coming fast and furious. We haven't had much issue.
Mm.
I'm going to turn on. I'm going to let it auto capture for this period of time because I just need to get things done, and then we'll go back to the manual capture next week when we're fully staffed again. So you've got options for that. It can be it could, for that matter, it could be a daily thing if you want to change it by the day. Probably don't need to do that, but you have that option of making it work for the current state of the business or et cetera.
Interesting. I didn't think about that angle.
Well, that's what we do these for.
Yeah.
Because if we're not thinking about it, somebody else isn't thinking about it.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's manual capture. That's a way to save some of those credit card fees that may seem like small amounts of money, but they can add up over time if you're doing a lot of volume. So keep that in mind. If you have any other questions about absolute rules or relative rules to other stores and what's working for some and what's not working, let us know. We actually have a new person on staff for the last few months, David Martinez, and that's what he's doing. He's going and helping stores dial in things like their shipping rates and order processes, their in-store buying, all sorts of things to help a store be more efficient and sell more stuff. So if you want to work with David on that, he's got a great program that helps a lot of stores. If you want to work with David, send us an email at podcast@workstand.com and we will connect you with him quickly.
Yeah. Sounds good.
How about some music?
How about some music? Give me some jams.
We really got to get our own music instead of the stock music. That
I know. Something a little bit less like keyboardy.